It begins in a way that feels almost too soft, too quiet, and too easy to overlook. But for those who have followed Jungkook and Jimin for more than 10 years, quiet moments are never empty. Silence is the place where truth hides, and lately, that silence has become louder than any spoken word. On the surface, everything looked normal. Updates kept coming. Schedules moved as expected. Public conversations around BTS continued as usual. But beneath that smooth rhythm, something began to shift. Slowly, gently, but unmistakably. Jungkook, who always approached fans with a natural ease, began appearing with a slightly different energy. Still warm, still open, but there was a softness around him that felt controlled, intentional, almost protective, like someone carrying something unspoken, something that needed time, something that needed quiet. His late-night check-ins never disappeared, but their tone changed. Fewer bursts of sudden spontaneity, more careful pauses between each moment, as if he was choosing when to speak instead of letting every emotion spill freely. Around the same time, Jimin's presence shifted in a similar way. Not withdrawn, not distant, but measured, like someone walking through a familiar space with the lights dimmed. Not because he's hiding, but because he knows exactly where he's going and doesn't need the world to follow every step. Individually, none of this would be unusual. Schedules get busy, energy rises and falls, but the timing was too precise to ignore. Their quietness began lining up, their rhythms began matching, and fans noticed not from what they said, but from what they stopped saying at the same time. Then came the teaser, the moment that turned quiet questions into full conversations. It looked simple at first. A production crew entering an apartment. The kind of opening scene seen in dozens of Korean reality shows. But the second the door opened, something familiar hit longtime fans like instinct. The layout, the lighting, the arrangement of the furniture. All of it too familiar to dismiss as coincidence. It resembled Jimin's apartment in Korea. Not officially confirmed, not labeled, not announced, but visually accurate enough to make fans stop the video, rewind, and watch again. And then again. Inside the room, the reactions only deepened the mystery. Jimin's small jolt of surprise didn't look staged. It looked real, raw, instinctive, the kind of expression that appears before an idol has time to put on a camera-ready smile. And Jungkook's reaction was even more revealing. The way he turned his head, the natural shift of his shoulders, the quiet, unguarded body language of someone who was not expecting that door to open at that exact moment. Fans who've followed Jungkook for years know the difference between his performance self and his unfiltered self. This was the unfiltered version. Unexpected, genuine, real. Then came the detail that ignited the biggest discussion. Jungkook was barefoot. No house slippers. No styled indoor footwear. Just completely relaxed, standing the way someone stands in a place they know well. In most filming environments, idols are styled head to toe. Even in casual scenes, there are wardrobe guidelines. Yet Jungkook looked like someone who had been inside that room for a while, not someone who had just arrived with a production team. Fans asked instantly, if he walked in with the staff, why would he remove his shoes immediately? Why did his posture look like comfort, not courtesy? And in Korean culture, you only remove your shoes where you feel at home, where you return often, where the space is yours in some way. Small details. But small details have always been the spark that ignites the biggest conversations in this fandom. Moments later, another scene added fuel. Jungkook packing his belongings. Not with hesitation, not with the uncertainty of a guest remembering which items belong to him, but with the speed and confidence of someone who already knows where everything is placed. Nothing dramatic, yet everything meaningful. Then the timeline tightened the speculation even further. Because the same day the teaser dropped, Jimin and Jungkook were spotted at the airport heading to Los Angeles, wearing the same outfits seen in the footage. To casual viewers, it was coincidence. To long-term followers, it was pattern. And patterns do not form themselves. Their return to Korea added a new layer. Jungkook arrived with a brightness in his expression. Calm, refreshed, almost glowing. Like someone who had just spent time in a moment that mattered. He greeted the press politely, light smile, relaxed shoulders. But when a reporter teased him about breaking up with Kim Cho, he laughed and replied gently, "I'm done with it." It was playful, simple. But underneath the humor, there was a sense of ease, the kind of ease someone shows when they're in a good emotional place. But soon, the tone shifted, because later, during a live stream, Jungkook spoke with a level of firmness he rarely shows. He talked about people waiting outside his home, recording his house, live streaming without permission. "If you don't want to end up in jail," he said quietly, "don't come to my house." He wasn't angry. He wasn't shouting. He sounded tired. Tired of being patient. Tired of pretending it doesn't affect him. Tired of fighting for the tiny piece of privacy he has left. Fans felt the weight immediately. But even with that emotional shift, the teaser kept pulling everyone back to Jimin and Jungkook's natural rhythm. A rhythm that has remained stable through years of change. Whenever they're in the same space, their movements start to sync. Not as a performance, not as fan service, but as a habit built over a decade. A language formed through shared years. Jimin watches Jungkook with instinctive awareness, not seeking approval, but ensuring understanding. And Jungkook, who often holds tension in public, softens around Jimin. His expressions brighten. His reactions become more natural. His guard lowers without him noticing. In the teaser, these details stood out intensely. A shared glance, a synchronized flinch, a quiet moment that carried meaning without needing explanation. Nothing dramatic was shown, no heightened storyline, just simplicity. And sometimes, simplicity reveals the most truth. Their gestures, their timing, their shared awareness. Everything hinted at a connection that stayed steady, even when life pulled them in different directions. Fans understood what that meant, because throughout their history, whenever their timelines realign, something meaningful is happening behind the scenes. And with December 3rd approaching, anticipation grows, not for drama, but for authenticity. A chance to see them not as global icons, but as two people who have shaped each other's lives through years of shared chapters. Whatever theories fans carry, whatever interpretations rise or fall, one truth stays the same. Their natural rhythm always returns. Their comfort never fades. And their connection remains one of the strongest threads in their shared story. This is Jikook News, where observation becomes story, and every detail finds its place. If you felt the journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay with us for the next chapter.